Imagine if, by tomorrow at this exact time, your mind could be sharper, calmer, and more powerful. Without changing your life completely, but by changing just one thing inside you. The first hour of your day is a sacred gate. Once you walk through it, the rest of your day follows the path you set. Too many people stumble through this gate half awake, grabbing their phone, filling their mind with noise before it has even learned to breathe. The mind, like freshly fallen snow, is untouched in the morning. What you imprint on it first will mark the entire day. In Shaolin wisdom, this hour is the foundation not for your schedule, but for your mind's strength. When you wake, your body is still carrying the stillness of the night. Your mind is free from the rush of obligations, but also fragile. It's ready to be shaped. This is why your first movements matter more than you think. If you spend these first moments scrolling through a screen or drowning in yesterday's worries, you hardwire anxiety into the rest of your day. If you choose intention instead, you hardwire clarity. The Shaolin say, the bow you bend in the morning will shoot the arrow of your day. So, how should the first hour look? Begin not with thinking, but with moving. The body is the doorway to the mind, and the breath is the key. Even 5 minutes of stretching or mindful movement will awaken your circulation, open your joints, and release the stiffness that clouds your thoughts. This isn't about intense exercise, it's about greeting your body like an old friend. When the body feels respected, the mind follows its lead. You rise taller, you breathe deeper, and the day already feels different before it has even begun. After movement comes awareness. This is the moment to anchor yourself in presence before the world claims your attention. Sit or stand in stillness and take 3 deep breaths, not hurried, but deliberate, feeling each inhale fill your lungs and each exhale soften your shoulders. This is where you set your inner posture. A distracted mind will be pulled in 100 directions. A centered mind will walk its own path, no matter the noise around it. This is why the first hour is more than a routine, it's a mental alignment ritual. Many people underestimate the compounding effect of this habit. One morning of intentional practice may feel good, but 30 mornings will transform you. By training your mind to start from stillness and strength, you program resilience into your day. Even when unexpected challenges appear, your mind has already rehearsed calmness before the sun was up. This is the Shaolin's secret. You don't fight the day, you prepare for it so deeply that the fight never begins. If you master the first hour, you master the next 23. You will notice that decisions come easier, your focus lasts longer, and your emotional balance stays steady. It's not because life suddenly became easier, it's because you tuned yourself before playing the song of the day. This is why those who rise with purpose seem unshaken, while others crumble under small pressures. They've already chosen who they are before the world tells them who to be, and that choice is made in the very first hour. In a world that moves faster than the human heart was designed to beat, stillness has become rare, and because it's rare, it's powerful. Most people think clarity comes from doing more, but the Shaolin way teaches the opposite. Clarity comes from doing less, but doing it with complete awareness, and nothing is more fundamental, more available than your breath. Every transformation, every rewiring of the mind begins with this single invisible action. When you focus on one breath, truly focus, you anchor yourself in the present moment. Your body stops drifting toward the future. Your mind stops dragging you into the past. In that one breath, there is no deadline, no noise, no judgment. There is only life entering, leaving you. It sounds simple, almost too simple, but the greatest powers often hide in the smallest practices. The Shaolin say, the mind is a wild horse, the breath is the rope that tames it. To begin, you don't need incense, soft music, or a quiet mountaintop. You can be in your living room, at your desk, even in a crowded train. All you need is the decision to pause. Close your eyes if you can, straighten your posture, and inhale deeply through your nose. Feel the air fill your lungs, expanding your chest and belly. Then exhale slowly, as if you're pouring water from a vessel without spilling a drop. Repeat this 10 times. each breath slower than the one before, each breath deeper than the last. At first, your mind will rebel. Thoughts will rush in, tasks you need to finish, people you need to call, problems you haven't solved. This is normal. Your goal is not to stop these thoughts, but to let them pass like clouds in the sky. You acknowledge them, but you don't hold them. Each time your attention drifts, you return to the breath. That act of returning is where the rewiring happens. You are teaching your mind that it has a choice, to follow distraction or to return to presence. Within a day, even after just one session, you'll notice a subtle shift. You'll catch yourself breathing deeper during stressful moments. You'll respond instead of reacting. You'll hear the tone beneath people's words, not just the words themselves. This is because the breath connects your nervous system to your awareness. When you breathe deeply, you tell your body it is safe, and when the body feels safe, the mind can see clearly. If you make this a habit every single day, the effects compound. Your focus sharpens, your emotions stabilize, and your energy flows more steadily. In just 24 hours, a single mindful breathing practice can dissolve tension you've carried for weeks, and once you've tasted that stillness, you'll realize the breath was never just air. It was your mind's anchor, your body's medicine, and your spirit's guide all along. The Shaolin teach that mind is often not destroyed by one great enemy, but slowly weakened by the small poisons we allow to remain. These poisons are not in the food we eat, but in the thoughts we feed ourselves. They identify three: anger, greed, and ignorance. Each acts like a slow, burning fire, consuming energy, clarity, and peace. In just 24 hours, you cannot remove them all, but you can choose one to let go of, and that choice can change everything. Anger is the fire that burns the vessel holding it. When you carry anger even quietly, even politely, it colors every interaction. People feel it in your tone, in your body language, in the way you walk into a room. Greed, on the other hand, is the thirst that cannot be quenched. You can drink endlessly more possessions, more approval, more validation, yet always remain thirsty. And ignorance, perhaps the most dangerous, is the refusal to see things as they are, clinging to illusions because truth feels uncomfortable. The practice of removing one poison begins with awareness. You cannot throw away what you don't see. So today, choose to observe yourself without judgment. Ask, what has been poisoning my thoughts lately? Is it the memory of someone's words that still make your stomach tighten? Is it the endless wanting for something that, deep down, you know won't bring you peace? Or is it the habit of turning away from truths that could set you free, if only you faced them? Once you've seen the poison clearly, don't try to fight it, release it. Fighting thoughts often strengthens them. Instead, treat them like smoke in a room. Open the windows of your mind and let them drift away. If it's anger, replace it with one act of kindness today, even toward the person who angered you. If it's greed, practice giving away something you value without expecting anything back. If it's ignorance, spend 10 minutes learning about something you've avoided. The mind will resist at first. It will tell you, hold on to this anger, it protects you. Or keep chasing more, it will make you happy. Or don't look too closely, you might not like what you see. But the moment you let go, even for a single day, you'll feel the weight lift. Your energy, once trapped in feeding the poison, becomes free to nourish clarity, compassion, and wisdom. Removing one poison is not a single act, but the beginning of a deeper cleansing. In just 24 hours, you may not change your whole life, but you will prove to yourself that change is possible. And once you know you can let go of one thing, you'll realize you can let go of more. The Shaolin say, a single drop of clear water will eventually wash away the mud. Your work is to start with that single drop today. Simplicity is not about having less, it is about carrying less. In the Shaolin tradition, simplicity is not just a preference, It is a discipline, a conscious choice to remove what weakens the mind. Every object you own, every obligation you accept, and every thought you entertain either strengthens your focus or scatters it. The modern mind is often drowning not because life is too hard, but because it is too crowded. Simplicity clears the path. In a single day, you can begin to feel its power. Look at your surroundings right now. Your desk, your phone screen, even your to-do list. Ask yourself, what here is truly necessary? Not what is nice, not what is comfortable, but what is essential. The Shaolin say, the hand that clings to many things cannot close into a fist. A cluttered environment is a reflection of a cluttered mind, and the opposite is also true. A clear space invites a clear mind. Simplicity extends beyond physical possessions into the mental world. How many thoughts today are worth keeping? How many worries are simply background noise, looping without solution? The discipline of simplicity means you choose where your mental energy goes, and you do not waste it on the unnecessary. This is why, even in their daily training, the monks focus on a few precise movements, repeated until mastered. Quality over quantity is not a slogan for them, it's a way of life. The challenge is that complexity feels important. We think that a long to-do list means progress, that a full closet means abundance, that constant stimulation means happiness. But true mastery comes from subtraction, not addition. When you let go of what does not serve you, what remains becomes more valuable, more alive. This is why, in just 24 hours, you can rewire your mind by removing a single layer of unnecessary complexity. Start small, give away one item you never use, cancel one commitment that drains you, turn off one source of noise that keeps you distracted, perhaps a notification, perhaps a habit. Notice how lightness enters your day, how your thoughts move more freely without so many obstacles. Mind, like water, becomes clearer when you stop stirring up the mud. Over time, the discipline of simplicity becomes a shield against chaos. No matter how busy the world becomes, you will not be overwhelmed because you've trained yourself to hold only what matters. You'll find that the less you carry, the more strength you have for the journey ahead, and in that space, creativity, peace, and focus flourish naturally. In the mountains, the monks study not only the movements of animals, but also the movements of nature itself. Of all things in nature, they speak most often of water. Water is patient but unstoppable. It yields to the shape of the stone, yet over time it carves through it. It flows around obstacles instead of crashing into them. In this way, it embodies the mind that has learned adaptability, the mind that can rewire itself in a single day by choosing flow over resistance. Most people meet challenges like a wall meets a storm. They brace, they tense, they fight. But tension exhausts you faster than the challenge itself. Water does not resist, it adjusts. If a rock falls in its path, it curves around it. If the path narrows, it slips through. This is not weakness, it is intelligence. The Shaolins say, the reed that bends in the wind outlives the tree that refuses to bow. Adapting like water begins with letting go of the need for control. This doesn't mean surrendering your direction in life, it means accepting that the route may change. In the next 24 hours, notice how often you mentally resist reality. Someone speaks in a way you dislike. A task takes longer than you planned. The weather ruins your schedule. Each moment you resist, you create inner friction. Each moment you adapt, you preserve your energy. Practicing this can be as simple as changing your response to inconvenience. The next time something blocks your way, instead of thinking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "How can I move around this?" Like water, look for the gap, the alternative route, the subtle shift that turns the obstacle into part of the path. This mindset doesn't just solve problems, it transforms them into opportunities for creativity. The magic is that adaptability rewires your emotional patterns. When you stop reacting with frustration and start responding with curiosity, your nervous system learns a new default. Stress doesn't trigger the same panic or anger, it triggers exploration. You become lighter, faster in thought, more resilient in spirit. This is the nature of water, it is always in motion. Never trapped for long, over time, moving like water becomes a silent strength. People will wonder why nothing seems to break your flow. The truth is, the world still throws stones in your path. You've simply learned to let them shape you rather than stop you. And in this way, every obstacle becomes part of your journey's design, not a reason to abandon it. The way you close your day is just as important as how you begin it. In the Shaolin way, each day is seen as a complete circle, sunrise to sunrise, and how you end one determines how you will begin the next. Gratitude is the final seal on that circle. It's not just about being thankful for the good things, but also about finding value in the challenges, the mistakes, and the lessons you didn't expect to receive. When you lie down at night, your mind is still processing the events of the day. Every thought you carry into sleep plants seeds in the soil of your subconscious. If those seeds are resentment, worry, or regret, they will grow into restlessness and unrest. If they are gratitude, they will grow into peace, clarity, and a readiness to meet the next sunrise with strength. The Shaolin say, a mind that rests in gratitude wakes in joy. Practicing gratitude at the end of the day is simple but powerful. Before closing your eyes, think of 3 moments from the day you can appreciate. They don't have to be grand. It could be a conversation that lifted you, a task you completed, or even the strength you found to endure something difficult. By naming them, you shift your focus from what is missing to what is present. This rewires your mind to notice abundance rather than lack. Gratitude is also a teacher in disguise. When you can be grateful for a hardship, you are no longer its prisoner. Instead of asking, why did this happen to me? You ask, what did this give me? That shift turns pain into wisdom and setbacks into stepping stones. In the quiet of the night, this reflection softens the sharp edges of the day, allowing your heart to rest without carrying unfinished battles into tomorrow. Even science now supports what ancient wisdom knew. Ending the day with gratitude lowers stress, improves sleep, and strengthens emotional resilience. But beyond the health benefits, there is a deeper truth. Gratitude keeps you connected to the present. It reminds you that even in a single day, even within 24 hours, there is always something worth honoring. When you close your day in this way, you train your mind to see life differently. You go to sleep not as someone chasing what they don't have, but as someone who recognizes they already have enough to grow from. And in that recognition, your mind relaxes, your spirit settles, and you awaken ready not just for another day, but for another chance to walk the path with clarity and strength.